Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to build a budget Svella the Ice Shaper deck, and we're going to kick some butt. Let's do it. Alright guys, Svella the Ice Shaper, she is a 3-drop snow creature, 2/4. She says 3 colorless, tap, create a colorless snow artifact token named Icy Manalith with tap, add 1 mana of any color. She ramps us naturally, but her really crazy fun ability is here at the bottom. It says 6 colorless, 1 green, 1 red, tap. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Whoa, that sounds fun. Let's do that. Okay, so guys, let's talk about this. Our goals are make a bunch of mana and play some really stupid spells. Hooray! And we're gonna play these spells at like instant speed. We're gonna get our cast triggers. We're gonna get our enter the battlefield triggers. It's gonna go nuts. So our mana ramp for the deck, we are going to start off. Let's look at our sorceries. We're gonna start off with like cultivate, getting a basic land into play and 1 into our hand. Kadama's Reach is the same thing. Then we're also going to use Circuitous Route, which is going to get a basic land or a gate card. We've got 1 gate in here. We've got Explosive Vegetation, gets 2 basics into play tapped. We have Migration Path, again, 2 basics into play tapped. Tons of mana. We're also going to have some creatures that get us some mana. So, like for instance, let's see, we've got Secure Tribe Elder. Where are you, buddy? Secure Tribe Elder is going to go get us a basic land. Then we've got Elysian. Oh, where are you, buddy? Elysian Caryatid. Elysian Caryatid will tap for 1 mana of any color, or tap for 2 mana if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Sorry, stole that. We also got Fertilid, which is going to remove counters from himself and get us basic lands into play tapped. And then, let's see. One of our kind of secret commanders in this deck is going to be Elena, Kessig Trapper. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield, or sorry, she's a 5-drop, 4/3, first strike. She says tap, add an amount of red mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control that entered the battlefield this turn. This girl can set up some stupid turns where we put an Eldrazi into play, and now she taps for like 8 mana. And then we go and use all that 8 mana to activate our commander, Svella. Svella Ice Shaper. So, really cool stuff. Now, let's keep going with this. We got a bunch of card draw. Let's see. We got enchantment card draw. Where are you? Oh, we got Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Pay 1 green. Draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Okay. Then we have enchantments. Elemental Bond. Creature power 3 or greater enters battlefield under your control. Draw a card. Garruk's Uprising. Draw a card whenever a creature 4 or greater enters the battlefield. Creature you control have trample, not to be forgotten. Let's see. Outpost Siege. It's not really card draw, but the cons at the beginning of your upkeep. Exile the top card of your library. Until in a turn, you may play that card. That'll play a land. That'll play creatures. Granted, if you don't play that card this turn, you lose it to exile. Okay, so it's kind of All right, next card up. Another one that kind of ramps us, but also will draw us cards off of our big casting triggers is Galanra, Colored Wirewood. She taps for 1 green. Whenever you spend this mana to cast a spell, converted mana cost 6 or greater, draw a card. And it's any spell, so even our enchantments that are big and stupid, it'll draw us a card. Keeper of Fables is another one that will draw us a card whenever a non-human deals combat damage to a player. Soul of the Harvest will draw us a card whenever a non-token creature enters a battlefield under our control. And then we have also an instant with Return of the Wild Speaker. Drawing cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures like you control. Pretty cool. Which is very useful. The Return of the Wild Speaker is very useful because we can use that at the end of somebody else's turn if we want to like leave mana up for other things. Also, drawing stuff at the end of our opponent's turn means we don't have to discard. Okay. Then we have utility in our Rec Sage, Reclamation Sage. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Additionally, Acidic Slime will do that, or land. And then we also have Terastodon for 8, which will destroy non-land permanents, non-creature permanents, and give them 3/3s. Let's see, what else do we got in this deck? How are we going to win, Steve? How are we going to do it? We're going to crush their souls, homie. So Svella is going to instant speed, just put stuff off the top of our library, and it's going to be cast. It's going to get a cast trigger, which is important for some of our Eldrazi. So one of the ways we can do this is we can play a tally at the end of our, like say we get a tally off the top of our library, that comes into play at the end of that opponent's turn, and now it doesn't have summoning sickness, and we can immediately attack with the tally. We have the Artisan of Kozilek, which on cast will, whenever you cast a spell, you may turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And so Svella is going to cast the card, not just put it into play, and then we're going to get something from our graveyard back. Then we have any of our Eldrazi, like Bane of Balagad, Breaker of Armies, Desolation Twins, just going to create 2 10/10s, or 1 10/10 is going to be created, and then another is going to be just in play. Eldrazi Devastator is just a big dumb dude. No offense to any Eldrazi in the world. You're kind of stupid sometimes. Let's see. Big mana sinks. Looking at our big mana sinks are... let's see, where did I put it? One of our big one is... Ooh, no, I totally saw you. Enchantment, Dragon Roost. This is our infinite mana sink. If we have like 14 mana, we can just create 2 5/5 red dragons at the end of turn, which is just great. Why not? Or Sandworm Convergence isn't a mana sink totally, but it prevents people with flying from attacking you, and you create worms every turn. Why not? Waking the Trolls is a saga that is kind of silly. On 1, it destroys target land. On 2, it puts a land from your graveyard on the battlefield under your control. And then choose target opponent. If they control fewer lands than you, create a number of 4/4 green troll warrior creature tokens with trample equal to the difference. So if they have 6 lands and you have 12, you get 6 4/4 trample duders. Why not? It's kind of silly. Warstorm Surge. This is how we're going to deal with our opponent's creatures. And I call this the I hate what you're doing opponent card. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. We're casting big dudes off the top. Or Sarkhan's Unsealing. Whenever you cast a creature spell, again, casting, with power 4, 5, or 6, Sarkhan's Unsealing deals 4 damage to any target. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 7 or greater, Sarkhan's Unsealing deals 4 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. Let's just board wipe every time we cast an Eldrazi. Sounds good to me. But guys, at the end of the day, we have the really, really cool, powerful spells is Wilderness Reclamation. So we cast that big dumb Eldrazi on our turn with all that mana that we ramped out. And then at the beginning of our end step, we're going to untap all of our lands we control. And then we're going to use Svella on their turn to put more stuff into play. It's really good. Another way that we want to really, really, really take advantage of this deck, Battle Mage's Bracers. Absolutely the best card in the deck. It says, 1 red, 2 colors. Equipped creature has haste. Whenever an ability of equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, you may pay 1. If you do, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Equip cost of 2. So if you pay Svella's 8 mana and you pay an additional 1, you get 2 copies of Svella's. Look at the top 4 cards, and you may cast a card from among them. Holy crap! That's gonna get dumb. Also, I do want to mention that we have 2 ways of untapping our commander. We have, let's see, Seeker of Skybreak is a really, really good one. It says untap target creature. We can also just use it to untap our big threat that we just attacked with. And then Rime Tender will attack specifically. Either we're going to search up a snow basic with one of our many search your library cards for basics, or we can untap our commander herself because she's a snow permanent. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This has been a lot of fun to put together. There's a lot of utility in this deck. A lot of I hate your creatures and I hate what you're doing cards. It's a lot of fun to build and play. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got some ideas. Deuces.